जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद, निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, निताई गौर हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Shubhalas Prabhuji, Dhantanam, all goes to Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much for giving your wonderful association, Prabhuji.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyo vishpatitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Shall we start?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshtarini. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurudin Tarinam. Om Agyantimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare. Yonta pravishya mama vacha imam prasuptam sanjivayat akhila shakti dharasvadhamna anyamscha hasta charana shravana tvagadim pranam namo bhagavate purushaya tobhyam. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear worshipful devotees, for your kind association. So Gopal Prabhu, Baldev Seva Prabhu, Mahesh Prabhu, Raghu Prabhu, and Baswati Mataji. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, eagerness to read, hear, study Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of all the scriptures. And I'm so blessed, grateful, and fortunate to get a chance to read, hear, share something from the verse 7.26 today. Right? Is that the plan for today?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Would you like to have a friend who never cheats? Say yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Would you like to have a friend who knows in and out?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Would you like to have a friend who knows your deepest desires? Would you like to have a friend who is never wrong? Would you like to have a friend who knows everything about you? Would you like to have a friend who knows your past, present, and future? Would you like to have a friend who is very, very powerful as well? So all these answers lead to the same, all these questions lead to the same answer. And today we will talk about that personality. So let's begin our journey for 7.26. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani च अर्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि च अर्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन. Maybe a few devotees can recite Sanskrit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then I can try, Prabhuji. Vedaham samatitani vartamani na charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu veda na kaschana. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, I can read. Vedaham samatitani vartamani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kashana.
Very nice.
I can try also. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedono paschana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Synonyms, translations, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Veda. No. Aham. I. Samatitani. Completely past. Vartamanani. Present. Cha. And. Arjuna. O Arjuna. Bhavishyani. Future. Cha. Also. Bhutani. All living entities. Mam. Me. Tu. But. Veda. Knows. Na. Not. Kaschana. Anyone. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all the things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. Such a beautiful translation. So let's read the purport if anyone is in a position to read. Today there are less people than new normal.
Yeah, I can read.
Yes, Raghu Prabhu, please. Thank you.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Here the question of personality and impersonality is clearly stated. If Krishna, the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, where Maya, material, as the impersonalists consider him to be, then like the living entity, he would change his body and forget everything about his past life. Anyone with a material body cannot remember his past life, nor can he foretell his future life, nor can he predict the outcome of his present life. Therefore, he cannot know what is happening in the past, present, and future. Unless one is liberated from material contamination, he cannot know past, present, and future.
Thank you, Prabhu. There's one more paragraph. But just to digest this, Prabhupada is mentioning that anyone with a material body, basically the ordinary conditioned souls, they cannot tell their future, nor can they tell the outcome of present. So past, present, future, they don't know. Ordinary beings, they don't know that. Unless one is liberated from the material bodies. We'll talk about that also. So let's go to the next aspect. Anyone wants to read more purport?
Mahesh Prabhu, you want to read? Hare Krishna, Mahesh Prabhu.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, I can try. Yeah. Unlike the ordinary human being, Lord Krishna clearly says that he completely knows what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. In the fourth chapter, we have seen that Lord Krishna remembers instructing Vivaswan, the sun god, millions of years ago. Krishna knows every living entity because he is situated in every living being's heart as the super soul. But despite his presence in every living entity as super soul and his presence as the supreme personality of Godhead, the less intelligent, even if able to realize the impersonal Brahma, cannot realize Sri Krishna as the Supreme Person. Certainly, the transcendental body of Sri Krishna is not perishable. He is just like the sun, and Maya is like a cloud. In the material world, we can see that there is the sun, and there are clouds and different stars and planets. The clouds may cover all these in the sky temporarily, but this covering is only apparent to our limited vision. The sun, moon, and stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord. By his internal potency, he is not manifest to the less intelligent class of men. As it is stated in the third verse of this chapter, out of millions and millions of men, some try to become perfect in this human form of life, and out of thousands and thousands of such perfected men, hardly one can understand what Lord Krishna is. Even if one is perfected by realization of impersonal Brahma or localized Paramatma, he cannot possibly understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, without being in Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you, Mahesh Prabhu, for reading this section. So we just read the 726 verse and the purport. We offer my humble obeisance again to all the devotees and to Srila Prabhupada, so that for the next some time we can read here and absorb ourselves in this wonderful verse. And we will take 5 important lessons from this verse in the life of a sadhaka. So, Gurve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalayi Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Before I start, I want to ask a question. How many of you know what you ate today in the afternoon? Raise your hand. Okay, you all know that. That means you know past. But how many of you know on today's 6/26, that is June 26th, how many of you know what you ate on 5/26, that's May 26th in the afternoon, 2025? Right? Raise your hand if you can tell that. Even if someone tries, they may struggle. But if you can tell how many of you ate, what you ate on 6/26, 2015, you get extra bonus points today. Right? Everyone agrees we can't tell? It's something we did to our body. We put some food, we put some grains, right? On that day, right? On May 25th, or 1 year back, 10 years back, we did something we don't even know about ourselves. If people would know what's happening to their body, no one would get diseased. Think about it in the present, right? Or disease would not aggravate, right? Like, for example, if someone would know that they have a initial stage cancer, no one would get fourth stage cancer, right? What happens? They don't know what's happening to their own body, and therefore it keeps breeding and it gets worse. Is it not? So we don't know about past, we don't know about present, about our body. Forget about what my wife thinks about me. That's a different question. What my child is thinking at this point, right? What my neighbor is thinking, that forget it, right? We are Anu. We can't even tell my own self, right? Sometimes some weird disease happens, we don't know. Doctors do so many scans and what tests, and they don't know they can't figure out why is this happening, right? So we are so infinitesimal. We are so in our knowledge, our intelligence, our every aspect is so infinitesimal. That means very tiny. About the present also. Let's talk about future. Future, if people would know future, no one would have had any accident, right? The recent plane crash. If any person in that plane crash would have known that this would be happening to me in this flight, would they have taken that flight, right? And everyone would be millionaire because they know future, what's going to happen, right? And so we don't know present, we don't know past, we don't know future, right? About our own self, forget about anyone else. But Krishna, here Lord Krishna is mentioning Vedaham sama Atit. Atit means past. I know everything in the past, not about his own self, but everyone. Vedaham samatitani vartaman. Vartaman. So there are, Vartaman means present. He knows everything about the present for everyone. How many jivas are there? Uncountable, infinite. And about the future also. We'll take some example. There are tons and tons of examples to kind of substantiate that point. But it's important to understand the difference here about the Jiva and the Supreme Lord. So what's the nature of Krishna? Sachidananda, complete Sachidananda Vigraha Murti. Ananda ki puri murti hai. But we are also Sachidananda, but we are partial. That means infinitesimal. Quantity is the difference. He is infinite, we are infinitesimal. He is Vibhu, we are Anu. Power. We all have very limited power, limited scope, limited, things we can do. But Krishna is omnipotent. He is all powerful. Knowledge. Krishna is omniscient. He is the knower of past, present, and future. He knows everything about everyone. Not the present, but the past and the future, what's going to come. We are limited. We are often forgetful. We don't know what we ate last week, what to speak of future. Controllership. He is not just Ishvara. He is the Ishvara of all Ishvara. He is Parama Ishvara. And we are being controlled by Maya. The last time also we discussed we are under the grip of the three chains of Maya, right? Mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But we feel we are free. But actually we are just being in the grip of Maya. And we have very limited, tiny free will. Krishna is fully independent, Abhigyaswarat. And he's always liberated. He never becomes illusioned by Maya. Rather, Maya is the subservient. We have discussed this also in the last class, that how Maya is the subservient to the Lord. But the Jiva are bound by the material modes, like the puppet being by the three ropes of goodness, passion, ignorance. And constitution, he is the Supreme Lord, Swayam Bhagwan, and we are Nityadas. So this is very important to understand. This is a fundamental, and out of the 5 main topics of Bhagavad Gita, these are the 2 main. What is Jiva and what is Bhagavan? What is Paramatma? So with that as the understanding, the analogy is given here like the clouds. So clouds cover the sun temporarily, and the sun is not visible to the common people who are like the Jivas. So even Kunti Maharani mentions that in her prayer, Maya Javanika Channam Agyadhokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudadrisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Like in a, if your child is performing in a theater, in a drama, it might be hard for your neighbor to understand, oh, that this is the child of Subal Prabhu, right? Because he may be wearing some costume, he may be wearing some makeup, he may be even acting as, let's say, a deer or a woman or Ram or Sita, so many roles in the drama, right? But those who are close would know, oh, he's my child, right? Although he's acting, he has some costume, he has some makeup, but the people who are close know that. So similarly, there's a covering of Maya, which in this case the clouds, with so that's the point which makes us not able to understand the Supreme Lord. It's not that there's a problem in the sun. There's a problem in our vision, or it's blocked by the ignorance of clouds. It's blocked by illusion. It's blocked by our, lack of desire to know him. And we'll learn how to unblock also. So, Krishna sharing the past. In the purport also mentioned the personality of Godhead, Bhagavad Gita 4.1, important verse, that how Krishna gave this knowledge, this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivaswan. And Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ishwak. So Arjuna gets confused. Oh my God, this happened, this seems like millions of years back. How can you are here and you're talking about something happened millions of years? Then Krishna replies, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. So even a great, devotee like Arjuna cannot remember, what to speak of tiny souls like us. Krishna sharing the future. There are so many pastimes in this connection. Krishna gave knowledge to sun god. Okay, this we have covered. Krishna mentions that all these warriors will be dead in the Bhagavad Gita. Something recently we were reading, it came to my mind, thought to put here. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu putting his prema, his Krishna prema, his topmost prema in the Padmavati river for Narottam. And devotees were confused. Who is this Narottam? He chanted Naru, Naru, Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. And imagine, the people around, there's no one called Narottam. And he's chanting loudly. And then when Lord Chaitanya comes back to his normal, out of his ecstasy, and someone asks, like, who is Narottam? He says that Narottam is going to come. He's going to come in future. And he will be the recipient of my Krishna Prema. Okay? I'm giving the love, my love to you, O Padmavati. And Padmavati asks, how will I recognize him? Who is Narottam? Because you won't be there. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions that when he enters, there will be ecstatic emotion and will overflow. The waters will overflow. This is one of the many examples, my dear friends, of Lord Krishna sharing the future. What to speak of the Supreme Lord? Even the devotees who are not under the material constitution, they can also become Trikala Yajna. Trikal means three, Kal, past, present, and future, like Narad Muni. Narad Muni told Nalkuber and Manigriva, Krishna will come and deliver you. And it happened, right? Lord Brahma gave some boons to Hiranyakashipu. He knew Narsingadev will come, right? So many pastimes are there. Our dear Srila Prabhupada, so many times he predicted what's going to happen. One famous pastime which comes to my mind, right, is for those who have been to ISKCON Chowpatty, the simple temple. On that crossroads, just next to the temple block, there's Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. This Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Prabhupada was standing in that crossroad called Charaya in India, and Prabhupada pointed his cane in that direction and said there's going to be at that time there was nothing, it was orphan, nothing was there. Pointing to that gully, that road, that a big wonderful temple is going to come here. And then came this ISKCON Chowpatty many, many decades later, or many, many years later. Many, many things Prabhupada, prophesied, and it happened, right? He had faith. He had that potency. He had that love for Krishna that Lord Chaitanya has told, Prithiviti Achinnagaradigram Sarvatra Prachar Hoy Marana. It will happen. He had that faith. That's why he came here to make it happen. So, Krishna is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, but at the same time benevolent. That means very kind and merciful also. It's not that he knows everything, he's present everywhere, he's very powerful, but he is cruel. No, he's very, very kind. Suhrida Sarvabhutana. So, with that, I want to share 5 lessons from this verse. So, we have covered quite a few things. Basically, the purport we have covered, that ordinary beings can't even know their present, what to speak of past or future, right? Because they are in that conditioned state. But the jiva, material contamination. But Krishna, he is like the sun, right? And Maya is like a cloud. So when the jiva renders Krishna consciousness, then he can possibly understand. So he cannot possibly understand without being Krishna conscious. So if we take it the other way, he can understand Krishna only when Krishna chooses to reveal, right? And when will he reveal? Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahat indriya sevon mukhe hi jiva do swayam eva spurti adaha. When we render bhakti, when we render the path, when we take the path of bhakti like Dhruva Maharaj did, under the guidance of spiritual master like Narad Muni, then Krishna chose to reveal himself to that devotee. So let's take 5 lessons from this beautiful verse. Number 1, Krishna is omniscient. He knows everything. And my dear friends, sometimes life will bring circumstances which we will feel, why? Why God is doing this to me? But when we have firm faith that He knows past, present, and future, He is omniscient and He is Suhrida Sarvabhutana, and He cannot be covered by illusion. That means He is perfect. He cannot make a wrong decision. So having that trust in Krishna's plan is very, very important, and it will strengthen our relationship with Him. He's protecting me for something which I cannot see. Because we see based on our limited scope. We have limited intelligence, limited power, limited strength. Like one lady who got the plane tickets to Ahmedabad, and somehow she was stuck in traffic, right? And she had to go to London, and because of the traffic situation, she got late, and as a result, she missed her flight. And then she was complaining, hi, my flight got missed. I lost my flight ticket. It's not refundable. I lost $1,000 or pounds. And what a waste, what a bad day, and waste of money, waste of day, waste of time. And my meetings and all that will also lead to all problems. So many times we may have also gone through not similar, but kind of similar situations. Why, God, you did this to me? But when we have this faith, that firm conviction that Krishna is Vedaham Samatitani Bhavishyani cha Bhutani Vartamanani cha Arjuna Bhavishyani cha Bhutani Mam tu Vedana Kashan. He knows everything. He knows not only what's best for me, but what's best for everyone. And whatever He has arranged, if I gratefully accept it, I'll be happy and that will be the best for me. So that's point number one, that Krishna is having trust is Krishna's omniscience. Number two, as we were talking about, won't we like to have a friend who knows everything, who's very kind to us, who will never cheat us, life after life, who will always be with us, the best of the husband, the best of the wife, the best of children, parents, etc. No matter one is millionaire, billionaire, all those things, at the very max, they may support till this life. But Krishna will support us eternally, even though we may be born as an ant in the next life, but he'll be there. And often, especially in Kali Yuga, there is lack of trust. There is lack of good friendship. There is lack of confidentiality. But Krishna, we can open our true self with him. Even if we don't open, he knows. But if we open, it will help us. Is it making sense? We can feel completely safe and be completely vulnerable to him. He will not trick us, right? So we can make him the best friend by having conversations with him, by revealing our heart, by whatever joys or sorrows we may be going through, whatever challenges and ups and downs we may be going through. He is that safe shelter for us. There is no other safe shelter in the world than Krishna's lotus feet. There is no other better place in this world. So if we make Krishna as our friend, as our mother, as our father, as our son, as whatever aspect, whatever relationship, we will always feel happy, de-stressed, relieved, and the journey of life will be joyful because we have a safe shelter. Many people these days have loneliness, depression, mental health issues. It's increasing day by day, unfortunately, because there is lack of trust. There is no one to talk to give genuine guidance, help, support. But as Vaishnavas, we have our solid, Krishna, who knows everything. He's the hero, and he will never cheat us, and he's always there for us. So we all can feel very, very safe. He knows everything about, sometimes people say, hey, you don't understand my situation. I'm going through something unique. Krishna knows us more than we know ourselves. So we can feel completely safe in Krishna's shelter. So be your true self with Krishna. That's point number 2. Number 3. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, but today is a gift. And that's why it's called present. Often, as living beings, we are so much caught up. Oh, this happened yesterday, this happened last year, this happened 10 years back. My uncle said this, my aunt said this happened, my friend said this. Jo gaya, ho gaya, right? Yesterday is history. What's going to happen tomorrow? There'll be a world war? Will there be this? What happened to the president? What happened to India? What happened to this war, that war? We don't know. That's beyond our control. No, I'm not going to make decision on all that. So tomorrow is a mystery, but often we are caught up in the yesterday history or tomorrow's mystery, we forget to unwrap this beautiful gift of present, right? It's called present. This is a wonderful gift. And what is that gift? God in fingertips. GIFT. That is the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is in the present. If we take shelter of Krishna's holy name, that means the process of bhakti yoga, take shelter of Guru, take shelter of this devotional service, then past will also be resolved. How? How can we say past will be resolved? Can someone share a verse where Krishna says, your past, don't worry, I'll take care. But if you take to bhakti. Very, very famous verse.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Is it Sarvdharman Paritajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayasami Ma Sucha?
Excellent, very nicely fitting here. That I will take care of your past, whatever sins, pap we may have done in this life or in the past lives. How many lives we have taken, we don't know. Krishna says, you take to this process, I'll take care. Krishna assures future. What you have, I'll preserve, present. What you lack, I will provide, future. You take to this process of bhakti. So having that faith that Krishna will take care.
That verse is Ananya Chintayantu Mam Ye Jana Paripasate Tesam Nityabhiktanam Yogaksema Vahamya.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. I carry what you, I preserve what you have and provide what you lack. Thank you, Mataji. So, past, present, and future, Krishna will take care. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna iti Vishvasa. This is the symptom of shelter. This is point number 3. So don't worry, chant Hari. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about future. I know it's easier said than done, but these verses are reminding us of what is bhakti. Why is it so important? Krishna's presence in our life. Number 4. Krishna says here, Mam tu vedana kasyana. No one knows me, right? Vedam samatitani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kasyana. If someone thinks, oh, I know God, oh, I have read Gita, oh, I know many verses, oh, I'm a Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav or whatnot. One cannot know God. If one thinks, I know God, that's a sign that they don't know God or Krishna. So never be proud even of our bhakti. Vidya dadati vinayam. Vidya, knowledge should give humility. Vinaya. Vinaya dadati patrata. Humility gives the right qualification, right? The knowledge flows from high to low. So if someone is humble, they will be able to access the grace of Guru Sadhu Shastra. And then they will become the right candidate to receive Krishna. The word is receive Krishna. We cannot get Krishna. We cannot say, hey, I am humble, give me Krishna. I want to know Krishna. No. Those Krishna says, don't try to see God. Sorry, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, don't try to see God, try to serve God. So God wants to see. So basically, and that brings us to the next, in the right mood, with humility, with the right qualities, render devotional service. And today marks the beginning of the Rath Yatra also. It just started India, I think this early morning, and it's the Rath Yatra. The Lord is about to come. The Lord is about to come out to give his grand darshan. He is Jagannath. He is the Lord of the universe. So pull Krishna in your heart by the ropes of bhakti, right? Through the ropes of bhakti, we can pull Krishna in our heart, and basically don't try to see God, try to serve God, so Krishna will come running to you. And there are so many examples in this connection. Those who are running after, or those who think they can get Krishna by their intelligence, by their donation, by their scholarship, by their XYZ qualities, they are very far from Krishna. Then they will always have a curtain. Maya Javanika Channam. But Krishna will open that curtain if one has the right attitude of gratitude, right attitude of humility, and sincerely, seriously rendering devotional service. Krishna will clear that cloud. And that's the whole process of chanting. Before Lord comes in the heart is the Gundicha margin. So we have to do margin. We have to do cleansing. Chaito Darpana Marjanam. We have to do the cleansing through the process of Bhakti Yoga, and then the Lord will be pulled in that heart which has humility, which has gratitude, which has sincere devotion. The Lord will be pulled. He'll come running. He'll be happy to come. A place where there is no devotion, no gratitude, no love, no humility, even though someone may buy expensive deities, but it will just remain some wood, some metal, some elements. Lord may not reside there because the right attitude is missing. So I want to wrap up by revising the 5 points, or we discuss the difference between Krishna and the Baddha Jiva. Then all the points we covered, how the Lord is Vibhu and the Jiva is Anu, how the Lord is infinite and the Jiva is infinitesimal. And then we took 5 main lessons. Trust in Krishna's plan. Don't worry, chant Hari. Be vulnerable. Krishna is the safe shelter. There's no other better shelter. And then be humble. Very, very important quality. Don't feel proud that I know Krishna, I am a better person. Those who are not, they're all in Maya. And, sometimes devotee also may develop something called the syndrome that I am better. Krishna says, as well as Radhanath Swami Maharaj was recently mentioning this in one of the classes I heard. Krishna is the property of those who are not obsessed for proving themselves better than others. Krishna is the property of those who are not obsessed. That means they're humble. They see good in others. They're not, oh, I'm better. I'm this. I know more verses. I know more Gita. I can give a better class. I can give better cooking. I'm doing more. I can distribute more books. That will not take us further in our bhakti journey. Be humble and sincerely let's render devotional service, and then Krishna will come running in the heart. So I want to pause here so we can have some time for any discussions, any question answers, etc. So thank you so much. And if time permits, we can also do the chat. It will take only like 5-6 minutes. But let's take some thoughts, some questions, some comments based on what we read today. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samavita Gaur Bhaktavrind ki jai.
Yeah.
Anyone has any reflections, thoughts, questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and Pranam all goes to Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us in the importance of this shloka, especially trusting Krishna's plan, because in this turbulent world, we have so many uncertainties every day. Actually, we were actually planning to go to India. Then, if the airlines work or not, because of all the turbulence, wars going on, every day is very uncertainty. But in this age, Prabhuji, how do we get convinced that I know that looking at the news and all will make us more vulnerable. But any in this because we meet our friends, colleagues, and all, right, Prabhuji? So how can we stay cognizant and have trust in this day and age?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for your thoughtful question. I asked this question, not this question, but as well as Radha Swami Maharaj replied recently, and then he also mentioned that so many wars, so many this, so many that is going on, and things like this. It's not that they're now. It's like we are in this material world, habu dubu. The bubbles will keep coming. It's like when you're in the ocean, one will get wet. So expecting things to go normal in this world is a wrong expectation because we are in the Dukhalya Shashvata. The nature of dukkha will change, right? Sometimes it's Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik from other people, from demigods, from our own mind and body, etc. But it will be there because we are here. We are in the wrong place. So without and these news, I'm not saying to not be aware, but too much, whatever association we take, it will impact us, right? If we hear too much, about all that, then naturally mind will start to think like that. So basically, we have to take more shelter of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That these things are always there, were there. The nature and form and the shape keeps changing. Even Prabhupada, he went to his spiritual master. What did he say in the first meeting? Oh, first we need to get independent. He was following the Subhash Chandra Bose's plan, or Gandhi's plan, right? We need to get independent. What did Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur say? Right? This ruler or that ruler, this government or that government. That is not the eternal thing. Whoever comes, there will be challenges. The nature form will keep changing, but the main thing is to keep the main thing, and the main thing is devotional service. Life is short. All these things should just help us to take more sincere shelter of Krishna. That Krishna, I don't know what's best for me, you help me. I don't know. And if we have that mood, avashya rakshibe Krishna iti vishwasa, that faith should be there. That's a quality of shelter. And how will that strengthen? Through the right association, through the right hearing, and through the right service. And if someone is weakening that faith, weakening that trust in the Lord, then we need to choose that association, and be selective about it. And that doesn't mean we also become irrational. For example, if they say, hey, the hurricane is coming and it's supposed to land in this city, and the government is saying your house falls in the evacuation zone, so please evacuate. And if that's the scenario, then we do the needful. We're not saying to be unreasonable, but not like thinking too much about the future just because, like, it's not that the plane accident happened first time. Accidents are happening every day on the road, and we can do our due, use our God-given intelligence and do the needful, right? And have faith that Krishna will arrange the best.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Please pray so I can develop that faith and trust. And because easier said than done, right? Because I am talking about myself. I'm neophyte. Developing that firm faith, firm trust is a very like is high quality. Like those who have taken full shelter of Krishna, Sharanagati ke lakshan. There are 6 symptoms of Sharanagati, right? So, but we try our best, and gradually we will mature, and the faith will get deepened, the trust will get deepened. Any other questions, thoughts? Anyone? Yes, Mataji.
Very nice. 5 lessons what I learned from this sloka, Prabhuji. It's very nice, Prabhu. And first is trust, then trust in Krishna's omniscience, and then take the shelter of to Krishna's lotus feet. And then third was don't worry. So as Prabhuji asked the question, like looking at all the news, and it's like it's temptation. Like I'm talking about myself, like temptation to, as you mentioned, like just limit your association. Means do not look at those news a lot. Then you'll be affected definitely. So the Nitai Shabini Mataji, in one of his lecture I just heard today, that she was talking about the temptation to do something. So, but just follow 3 P's. One is pause, pray, proceed. So she was telling pause, just doing something. If you want to do it, oh, I want to check more stories. What's the reels are coming? As for example, that plane crash. So, and then she said, pause on that time, pray to Krishna, and then Krishna will give you the way to proceed. So praying is very important. So that's what Prabhuji has like to share, that part. Like, yes, Prabhuji. So taking the association, and which association we are taking as actually affect us in our spiritual path. It's very true, Prabhuji. Thanks for.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing the 3 P's: pause, pray, and proceed. Very well. Wonderful. Anyone else? Okay, if there is no one else, then maybe I'd like to use this 5 minutes to do Chad, if that's okay. So what that means, we will recite the chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, and it takes only 5 to 6 minutes. So you all can also recite, but since you all can't recite together in this forum, it causes confusion. But you can recite in the at unmute mode, but you can chant loud at your room or wherever you are sitting. Okay, and I'll be sharing here, and I'll be reciting. Okay, so we will begin. Chapter 7, Bhagavad Gita. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha मय्यासक्तमनः पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः असंशयं समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्यामि अशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भून्योऽन्यज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेति तत्त्वतः भूमिरापो नलो वायु खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहङ्कार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा अपरेयमितस्तव अन्यं प्रकृतिं विधि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत् एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीति उपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा मत्ता परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव रसोऽहम् अपसु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणव सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे पौरुषं नृषु पुण्यो गन्धपृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विधि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमताम् अस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्मविरुद्धभूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ ये चैव सात्विका भाव राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विधि न तवहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितां नाभिजानाति मामेभ्य परमव्ययम् दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मां ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमः मायया बृहतः ज्ञान आसुरीं भावमाश्रितः चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जना सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्ता एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः उदारा सर्व एवैति ज्ञानी तव आत्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः सा हि युक्तात्मा मामिवानुत्तमं गतिम् बहूनां जन्मनामान्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वम् इति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः कामैस्तैस्ते हृतज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवतः तं तं नियमम् आस्थाय प्रकृत्या नियतः स्वयम् यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति तस्या तस्याचलं श्रद्धां ताम् एव विदधाम्यहम् स तया श्रद्धया युक्तस्तस्याराधनमीहते लभते च ततः कामान् मायेव विहितान् हितान् अन्तमत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवति अल्पमेधसाम् देवान् देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ति यान्ति मामपि अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यते मामबुद्धयः परं भावम् अजानन्तो मम अव्ययम् नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढो यां नाभिजानाति लोको मामजम् अव्ययम् वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि च अर्जुन भविष्याणि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन इच्छाद्वेषसमुत्थेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप येषां तावन्तगतपापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां दृढव्रतः जरामरन्मोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म तद्विदुः कृष्णम् आध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलम् साधिभूतादिदैवं मां साधियज्ञं च वे विदुः प्रयाणकालेऽपि च मां ते विदुर्युक्तचेतसः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So this is chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, Haribol again for a nice class. So,
Yeah.
Haribol to Suraj Prabhuji ki jai.
Yeah.
Haribol.
Jai.
Haribol. Thank
Hare Krishna.
Pranam. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Dandavad pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavad pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavad pranam, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.